Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin, and today I'll be showing you guys my Endymion Magician Guard Dragon deck profile. So, a highly requested deck profile actually that I wasn't able to show before because either I was extremely busy or I wanted to play the deck and couldn't really afford to, make it go viral and ruin my strategy. But now I kind of just got to the point where not only are people kind of catching up to the deck, what it can do, but also I don't really mind if people even know my strategy, so I might as well just show it. And besides, I don't even think I'll be playing this deck at a YCS Portland if I end up going. I have another deck up my sleeve that I cannot tell anyone. It's a secret. But yeah, as you can see, this is also updated, so it works with the new ban list, which actually did not affect magicians. And I won't do a ban list reaction video or feedback because, I don't think anybody's going to care about what I have to think about the ban list. A lot of YouTubers are already doing it. And besides, if you guys want to know my opinion on like a ban list or something, just watch Team Samurai X1. Pretty much his videos are, like we theory a lot together, like E.T. Pat and I. So that's why we think a lot alike. But anyways, Pendulums, I think we can say it is tier... I can't really say if it's like better than tier 1, because it is the best combo. It is the combo deck that combines power and consistency the best, but it is not the most powerful. It is just like the best in between. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's the most consistent, because a few decks are actually able to combo with only one card, and they do a lot. It's just that they play a lot of bricks too. But it's just a matter of time before someone is able to like break an Ib deck, for example, because Ib is the kind of card that's just waiting for, its time to shine. But, its time might be right now. And Pendulums, they have always been, that super consistent deck that's always doing the exact same thing. No surprise factor. It's consistent 5 to 6, interruptions. Some people actually try to, go even further than that and actually play the Orchest engine. A YouTuber actually, Team King of Games, I believe, he got top 32 at Nationals, playing Zephyra Orchest 60 card Pendulums. That was just a crazy deck. But yeah, anyways, so this is just a more conservative build, and without further ado, I'm just gonna start right with the main deck. So as you can see, I'm going to talk about the Magician cards first. So the Dragon Pit is a standard one, a searchable out to Mystic Mine, a high scale as well, because for some reason a lot of the cards sometimes actually are low scales in this deck. So high scales are highly sought after, and Dragon Pit is just like the perfect one, to be honest. So I really like it a lot. Purple Poison just for utility, being able to search and out to Vanity's Fiend and stuff. And it's just a good card overall. I wouldn't play any more, of course. The Magicians are kind of here just straight for utility, and nothing much more really, to be honest. Harmonizing being like the only one that's actually just a good card on its own. Like, without Pendulum Call, Harmonizing is just still a +1. Sometimes you can't even like turbo out Electrum before your pen summon, and just thanks to the plus of Harmonizing, you can still kind of just play the game. And also, not to mention that Harmonizing allows you to synchro summon Ignister, which special summons Luster Pendulum, so you can actually still go into the Guard Dragon combo. So this is why I cut a card like a Dragon Caller Magician, the level 7 guy that transforms a monster into a dragon, because I feel like it is so easy and to make the Guard Dragon combo that you really don't need cards like that anymore. So yeah, and the Time Gazer is a really, really interesting magician. A lot of people actually consider it the huge brick. I don't know, man. The Time Gazer is pretty nice. Like, you can go normal Pendulum Call with the Servant in the scale, search Time Gazer and like, let's say, Harmonizing, and then you actually normal summon the Time Gazer. Like, you actually search the Time Gazer and you normal summon it, and then when you use the effect of Servant in the scale, they cannot Ghost Ogre it. So it's nuts, because Time Gazer actually protects a scale the first time it would be destroyed by a card effect. And then, they can't Ghost Ogre the Servant, so you special summon the Jackal King, and then you're free to play through interruptions. And Triple Desires, of course. Another cool thing about this deck, since you're playing bricks, you can afford to play slightly more than 40, just to fit in, like additional copies of Desires. And Desires is also one of those cards like Shrine, Duplicate Alliance, and Mastery that you're just discarding off Pendulum Call more often than not when you're dead drawing. So yeah. And finally, I'm going to go with the monsters. A lot of people just already know what they all do, so, you know, 2 Big Daddies. A lot of people only play 1. You can play 1, it's just that, you know, with Mystic Mine being in the game, I really liked having, you know, like an emergency Endymion in case my desires, like, screwed me over. You know, you can cut it if you want, but you need to fit in like a really good card instead if you're not playing it. And also, it is going to make Servant significantly worse, so that's an issue. The Strudel with Aether, I'm going to talk about both of them actually. So the Strudel is what you special summon off of LP. So that's the card that allows you to make Cyberus Quantum or Dawn Dragster. It's a really good card, you're always summoning it, but I also considered cutting the Aether so I can only special summon back the Destrudo after I synchro summon it. But Aether, you know, this is what makes the deck like a lot of like interruptions. It's the fact that on top of having like Hieratic Seal, Vortex, a level 7 synchro that can negate or block attacks, you have also a monster that banishes on summon because Hieratic Seal will, you know, bounce a card and summon the Aether, so you're getting a lot of interruptions. So this is why, you know, and also the fact that, you know, it's a pendulum monster, it has inherent synergy, it is a dragon, you can make, forgot what you can, I mean, worst case, you can make Hieratic Seal with it. I swear to God, there was a situation where that actually came up. And you can keep pendulum summoning it, so sometimes, you know, I go Chrono, special Aether from hand, banish a monster, and then make Electrum, pendulum summon back Aether and Chrono, banish another monster because it's not a hard once per turn. So that's kind of nice. I really like the card. A side deck card that can be played is the Quakimeru Drago, I believe. Oh, actually, here it is. During each of your end phase, destroy this card unless you send 1 Iron Core or Quakimeru or reveal 1 Dragon type monster. Super easy. Neither player can summon light or dark monsters. Who cares anyways for the first clause because you're summoning it during your opponent's turn, and against certain decks you can actually shotgun it on Straw Phase or Standby. And then, you know, the obvious cards, the Gate 0, the 1 Gate 0, don't play 2, oh my god, it's such a dirty break, you're never trying to draw this. You know, Jackal, 1 is enough, definitely. It's not as good as Big Daddy Endymion, yeah, because it, you know, it only has a really good effect in the monster, the zone, because I'm not playing Cerberus because I was breaking like crazy with it. And triple Chrono, very good card, and self-explanatory, triple Darkworm. Curtain Raiser, once again, you're just trying to draw your turbo cards. You can also look at Steven's deck list. He's playing like 30 turbo cards in a 60 card deck, but the thing is, his deck is like so oriented to make like big boards that, you know, he's not necessarily being like going to be able to like draw his side deck cards and stuff. That's like one of the issues that his deck has, but apart from that, you know, it's still a good deck, I guess. And yeah, the triple Servant, etc. So I feel like I already covered the whole main deck. The side deck is also very self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go over anything except for the Phonon Pulse and the Exciton Knight. So the Exciton Knight, that is serious, that actually comes up against True Draco, because, you know, the effect of Exciton Knight is actually not a hard once per turn, so already against Guru, if they negate with Fiendus, you can use it again after that, because Fiendus negates the activation, but it doesn't destroy. So Exciton, pretty much they have nothing if they can't Book of Moon your Guru. So they have to Book of Moon with Guru, sorry. So they have to Book and Fiendus. That's the only way to dodge it if they don't have like another like floodgate to even stop you from even getting to the Exciton Knight. So that's just a huge blowout against them. And against Draco, if they don't have Monarch's Erupt or Skill Drain. But, you know, you can always go like Exciton Knight effect and then Ghost Ogre your own Exciton Knight. That's like that's the kind of play I used to do when I sided Ogre. Now I don't know, I don't know, my side deck is kind of like all over the place. It's subject to change, definitely, because the format is not established yet. But Exciton is definitely a good idea for you to take into consideration. And Phonon Pulse Dragon is just that other card that allows you to play through hand traps, I guess. It makes it so Darkworm is kind of just 2 dragons. So even if your LP gets ashed, you still have Gate 0 on the field, which can pop a skill and summon Phonon Pulse Dragon, and then you can make like a Garpain and stuff, because for a Garpain, you're going to be... sorry, that's the card... I was mentioning when I said that Aether was a dragon, Agarpain. Now I finally remembered. But yeah, Phone on Pulse allows you to make Agarpain more consistently when you get Handshot. It's hard to explain. It's the kind of thing that you have to, you know, feel for yourself. But yeah, no, Phone on Pulse definitely deserves a place in the extra deck. And obviously, don't read the effect of Phone on Pulse. It's complete garbage. And when you summon it, the effect is negated anyways. And also the fact that it's tuner is irrelevant for now, but it's going to be extremely crucial when Needle Fiber comes out, because this deck is going to be like legitimate tier 0 with Needle Fiber. It's the best Needle Fiber deck in the game. Maybe in second place after Ib, because Ib is a good card on its own and a tuner. Because people aren't even using it as a tuner right now. They're just using it as a link material. But when it's going to be used as a tuner, Ib is going to be the best card in the game, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And the side deck, I'm just going to talk briefly about everything. So Sphere Mode is just here for combo decks. Phantasme is here because it is one of the cards that you can always side in against every Link deck for free, because even if you draw multiples, you just mulligan them back. So it has like literally no drawbacks. It's not like, you know, Pendulums. It's a deck that needs to draw a lot of Pendulum cards to win, so usually that's a huge flaw. If you're like siding in like 6 Kaijus, 3 Sphere Modes, 3 Lava Golems and stuff, you just brick like crazy. Phantasme just solves a lot of issues, on top of allowing you to play through like a Widow Anchor or Infinite, stuff like that, just like those interruptions. So it's just a really good card overall. Denko, extremely standard, on top of being like literally one of the only normal summons that you're ever going to do, because you're going like normal summon, scale, pendulum, OTK. It's a really simple card, and Red Reboot is probably even better against those decks, because you get to keep your normal summon so you can make Electrum even easier, and then, you know, you have 5 pendulum cards, guarantee you can OTK, especially going second against like just traps. It's so free. The only card that I'm really iffy about is Struggling Battle, Evenly Matched. I don't even think that card is like any good, to be honest. It's like, yeah, sure, it's good against True Draco and not even Guru, man. They have freaking Fiendus. It's so annoying. But yeah, no, it's just that kind of card that is really flexible. You can always remove it, I guess, for anything that you feel is going to be superior. Same for Sphere Mode, but Phantasme, Denko, and Reboot, I would say they're musts. I would say they're just so good that you really have to play them. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it for the deck. I think it's a really good deck. It's the kind of deck that I can definitely see being extremely dominant at YCSs, especially now that, you know, Orchest, Thunder, they got heavily nerfed. Brandish, they cannot compete with this deck whatsoever, man. With one multi-roll, oh my god, you are not going far, my friend. Yeah, sure, Super Poly is a 3, but, you know, if you know how to play through back row, you might still be able to do some stuff. You know, Excite on Knight, pretty good card if they don't have, you know, actual negations, just like pops and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. I hope you guys actually enjoyed it. I hope I am going to be able to make a little bit more content. You know, if I am playing a deck, that means that I cannot talk about it, I cannot make any videos about it, but I might be able to make a few Cyber Dragon videos, because people already know about the Levianeer and Dingirsu decks that I created, and you know, I really don't care if people know them and play them, because I'm going to be completely honest, I actually stopped playing them myself because I discovered some better cards that I will not show, but I can definitely make some videos with featuring Levianeer and Dingirsu and stuff like that, or just try to discover like more fun decks that I can show to you guys for entertaining purposes. But anyways, it was Yasin, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.